The golden morning sun bathed the city of Aurelia in light as 11-year-old Leo Carter hurried through the bustling streets, his school backpack bouncing against his shoulders. Today was not just any ordinary day. Today, Principal Hawthorne was going to announce the most ambitious challenge their school had ever seen. The school auditorium buzzed with excitement as students filled the seats. When the curtains parted, Principal Hawthorne, dressed in his usual navy blue suit, stepped forward. "Students," he said, his voice echoing through the hall, "I am proud to announce the Aurelia Grand Challenge, a competition designed to push the limits of intelligence, creativity, and perseverance. The winner will receive a full scholarship to Aurelia Academy, the most prestigious school in the city." The murmurs grew louder. The scholarship was a dream, a ticket to an incredible future. But then came the catch. The challenge is simple in description, but nearly impossible in execution. You must build a fully functional, original invention that benefits society. You have 6 weeks, only one will win. Leo's heart pounded. An invention? He loved tinkering, but he wasn't the smartest kid in school. Hundreds of students would participate, including James Thornton, a child prodigy who had won every science fair since kindergarten. But something inside Leo refused to back down. He clenched his fists. Impossible? We'll see about that. That evening, Leo sat at the kitchen table, furiously sketching in his worn-out notebook. His mother, a nurse, noticed his intensity. "What's on your mind, sweetheart?" she asked. Leo sighed. "The challenge. I have to invent something amazing, but I don't even know where to start." His mother smiled. "The best inventions come from solving real problems." Leo thought about that. His mind flashed to the hospital where his mother worked, patients struggling to communicate, elderly people unable to express their needs. Then, like a spark igniting a fire, it hit him. What if I invent something that helps people who can't speak communicate? His mother's eyes widened. That would be incredible, Leo. Determined, Leo grabbed his notebook and began sketching a wearable device, a smart glove that could translate hand gestures into speech. He would call it the voice glove. The next morning, Leo raced to the school library, burying himself in books about circuits, programming, and assistive technology. But his excitement faded when he realized he needed materials, expensive sensors, voice chips, and microcontrollers. At recess, he overheard James Thornton boasting, "I'm building a self-driving bicycle. I already have funding from a tech company." Leo swallowed hard. He had no sponsors, no advanced tools, just determination. "Maybe this is impossible," he muttered. But then he remembered something his grandfather used to say, "If you can't find a way, make one." So Leo got creative. Instead of expensive motion sensors, he scavenged old game controllers and repurposed their parts. Instead of new materials, he visited junkyards, finding discarded wires and circuits. When he hit a wall with programming, he stayed up late watching online tutorials. Slowly, the voice glove began to take shape. Despite his progress, doubt gnawed at him. Other students had mentors, money, and access to high-end tools. One day, Leo's classmate Ryan smirked at him. "You really think you can win against James and the others?" Leo hesitated, then squared his shoulders. "Maybe I don't have their resources, but I have something they don't." Ryan raised an eyebrow. "Yeah? And what's that?" Leo grinned. "The will to never give up." With renewed determination, he pushed forward. He tested the glove tirelessly, fine-tuning every detail. The first prototype barely worked. It translated gestures into garbled nonsense. The second one was slightly better. By the fifth version, the glove could recognize basic sign language and convert it into speech using a small speaker. 1 week before the deadline, he finally had a working prototype. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. The day of the competition arrived. The school's auditorium was packed with students, teachers, and even reporters. Each participant had 5 minutes to present their invention. James Thornton went before Leo, presenting his self-driving bicycle. The audience gasped as the bike navigated the stage flawlessly. The judges nodded in approval. Leo took a deep breath and stepped forward. "Ladies and gentlemen," he began, his voice steady, "imagine a world where those who cannot speak are given a voice." He demonstrated the voice glove, signing simple phrases. The glove speaker translated them into clear, audible words. The audience murmured. A judge, impressed, leaned forward. "How did you build this?" Leo explained his process, how he used recycled materials and self-taught programming. He shared the struggles, the failures, and how he never gave up. When he finished, there was a long pause, then thunderous applause. After hours of deliberation, Principal Hawthorne returned to the stage. The winner of the Aurelia Grand Challenge is Leo Carter. Leo's breath caught. For a second, he thought he had misheard. But then his classmates erupted in cheers. Tears burned his eyes. He had done it. As he walked onto the stage to accept his scholarship, he realized something important. The impossible only stays impossible until someone proves otherwise. And today, that someone was him. A year later, Leo's voice glove was being tested in real hospitals. Companies reached out, offering mentorship and funding. He was no longer just a kid from Aurelia. He was an inventor, a problem solver, proof that perseverance could turn dreams into reality. And this was just the beginning.